A state capture investigator could not find certain features in the Gupta home mentioned by former ANC MP Vytjie Mentor. The expert, Erna Wiese, conducted a site visit to the Gupta house. Earlier, another former MP, Bloem, confirmed that Mentor had told him about the alleged offer of a ministerial position by the Guptas.
As the Commission seeks to finalise Mentor's evidence, experts were brought in today to verify aspects of her testimony. However, discrepancies were found. Mentor failed to point out the house from outside. She had previously mentioned a pillar and a gold bathroom. Neither were found on inspection. Mentor recalled marble steps leading to the mansion, but investigators found grey granite steps. Earlier, former MP Bloem also testified. He said Mentor told him about the alleged offer by the Guptas. IPID head Robert McBride was expected to testify before the Commission, but his evidence has since been postponed until further notice. For more on the story, we cross live to our senior reporter Mzandile Mbeje. Mzandile, what's the latest?
Oh, well, Mr. McBride was supposed to have testified, as you know, as you've said there in your intro, Nombu, but it has since been postponed because we've been told that he filed his affidavit, I think, late yesterday, so implicating a number of people. Actually, the number goes as high as 30 people, and we are told some of these people are very high profile, and these are some of the professional people who would want really to have their side also heard. So as a result, the Commission has decided that in order for it to not only be fair, but to be seen to be fair, it must give everyone the opportunity, those that would be implicated. And then the judge decided that the testimony of Mr. McBride be postponed until further notice.
Mzandile, you know, you've been observing this inquiry for quite some time, and of course you've been keeping a track on Miss Mentor's evidence. There does seem to be a lot of discrepancy in the evidence that she's been giving. Just give us your take on what you think.
Well, Nombu, perhaps what really brings this into sharp focus, I think the judge earlier in the week did actually point out to Ms. Mentor to say, you know, the time had really lapsed. I mean, it's been about 10 years since the events happened. And then the judge said, so is it possible for you to remember some of these finer details? And then Ms. Mentor basically, Nombu, said, you know, she's someone who really pays attention to details, going as far as to say, I mean, I went to Brazil. I can even tell you the Brazilian parliament, how it's like. I was there over 10 years ago. So then that is why these features, when they were spoken about, then the Commission wanted to go and verify if they do indeed exist. So while the experts have been here, you've heard for yourself just about everything insofar as those features are concerned that was said by Ms. Mentor. So the expert couldn't find any of those things. And this is really interesting given that she herself said she pays fine detail to issues like those, but then there's this outcome which can't find any of some of those things. Seriously, there's that discrepancy that has really emerged in this evidence of Ms. Mentor, not forgetting some of the records that she has disputed, the Home Affairs records, the Vodacom itemized billing, the parliamentary record, and of course the features as we've spoken about.
Mzandile, one of the key testimonies that's coming up sometime next week is around Eskom, and that's going to be going on for about 2 to 3 weeks. That's likely to be quite lit, so to speak.
Well, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, the fact that it's set down for 2 to 3 weeks, it can even go beyond that. We know the kind of challenges that Eskom is going through at the moment. We know the role of the Guptas that was mentioned insofar as the issues at Eskom are concerned. And of course, there will also be Treasury. I think on Monday and Tuesday in Nombu, we will start with Treasury, and then I think from Wednesday, then it will be Eskom. I think many of the issues really that South Africans are speaking about here will be demonstrated or will be illustrated, and we'll get a clear understanding of what exactly brought us to this situation that we are in now. I mean, you and I know that at this stage we are going through load shedding, and if we trace some of those difficulties that we are facing now, they date back to some of the challenges that this commission is seeking to fight. So it will be quite interesting, and then I guess all South Africans will be watching with keen interest.
Indeed. Our senior political reporter, Mzandile Mbeje, at the State and Capture Inquiry for us.